Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. All right, I get it. Sentiment is low. We are in fear territory, guys. 37. Clearly, the crypto space is not feeling too positive about the market right now. We got the market cap still hovering around $1.04 trillion. 24-hour trading volumes up by a little bit, 10.3%. Bitcoin dominance still holding 48.4%. So, same as always, market not moving too much within the last 24 hours. We haven't really seen that much in terms of movement, basically, by and large. A lot of these coins moving up or down less than 1 percentage point, and prices have pretty much stagnated. I mean, Bitcoin right now trading at about 25,800 per coin. Again, we're not witnessing any huge moves for XRP. We're seeing an XRP now shy of 50 cents, so trading at about 49.8. And low volume, guys, you can see down here, very low volume for XRP, and similar with the Bitcoin chart. We haven't seen too much in terms of volume. And I know I come on here day in, day out, trying to get you guys enthusiastic about the market, telling you guys, look, now is the time to be getting into some extra positions, or maybe accumulating some of the cryptocurrencies that you already have. For my patrons, I'm highlighting the $10,000 plus portfolio, 15 coins that I'm getting into on top of my XRP and my HBAR and my Bitcoin positions, because now's the time, guys. I mean, listen to what big billionaires are saying, for example, guys. This one coming from Watcher Guru, and I was actually quite surprised on how much his liquid assets do pertain to Bitcoin or Bitcoin-related industries, guys. Listen to this.
In the liquid part of the portfolio, I now opted to, I basically just have Bitcoin, MicroStrategy, 4 or 5 miners, and some oil companies, and some gold miners. That's it.
And that is it. Bitcoin, MicroStrategy. He says he owns some Bitcoin mining companies, oil companies, and gold miners. And that is it from his portfolio, guys. This is Mexican billionaire Ricardo Salinas Pliego. And so to me, this is just another classic example of do as they do, not as they say, or rather not how the masses feel. So again, just real quickly, guys, this is why I'm changing up my strategy on Patreon, diversifying into 15 different coins. You can follow my trades there. I'm going to have updates whenever I make trades. I'm going to be making trades in real time and posting those videos within 10 minutes of those trades. That's probably at the higher end. It'll probably be within 5 or 6 minutes, because it'll take me a few minutes to edit them real quickly. Then they're up on the Patreon, guys, only $5 a month. I want you guys to follow me, and I really want to make big money in this crypto bull run. So the metrics of some of the coins we're going to be looking at are going to be very, very different than the utility coins that will have value down the road. So market down right now. We've even got CZ coming out and defending Binance somewhat. He says, saw some debates in the community. When you do the right thing and there is FUD, you don't have to do anything. The community defends you. He says, let me summarize. There have been a lot of negative news, rumors about bank runs, lawsuits, closing of fiat channels, product wind downs, employee turnover, exit markets, etc. Guess what we don't have? He's saying no liquidity issues, all withdrawals and deposits are properly handled, all customer funds are SAFU and 100% reserved. There are also 1 court cases, bank run handled, and then record deposits, new fiat channels, smooth sunsetting of old products, and launching of new products, new hires, and new markets. Binance probably also have the lowest founding team turnover of any tech startup of our size and age in the world. So CZ coming out and supporting his company, obviously defending Binance. There have been a lot of FUD stories surrounding Binance, so I thought I'd just bring his side of the story too. I mean, at the end of the day, we really just don't know until something hits the fan, possibly. Even with FTX and SBF, we didn't know something was wrong until, it all kind of came crumbling down like a house of cards. And I mean, that's not to say it couldn't happen with Binance, but CZ, I don't know. I get a feeling that CZ, even if he is hiding something that is a little shady, I feel like he's really good at it and that he will persevere through this. Anyway, just my opinion on that. We also got this news, more news from SBI, and this time SIX Digital. So SIX also connected to Ripple, obviously SBI, we know, a Ripple invested company, one of the first yesterday, Asia Next. So this is the joint venture between Japan's SBI and Switzerland's SIX. They just received a license as a recognized market operator from the Monetary Authority of Singapore. This could present a breakthrough for tokenized securities, enabling global liquidity. Interesting that these two companies, of all things, are combining to create an option for tokenized securities and global liquidity. When the London Stock Exchange outlined its tokenization plans this week, it said the ultimate goal was a global platform. And so AsianX CEO Chong Kok Ki outlined a similar vision last year. With this license, the company is now on its way to making this happen, with the ability to provide listings, trading, and post-trade services in Singapore, and with potential linkages worldwide. So huge news there for SBI and SIX, looking to tokenize securities and enter global liquidity. Of course, with SBI and the Ripple connection, making markets liquid, using XRP for liquidity. It's part and parcel of, where this market is going. One piece of the puzzle, of course, XRP, the XRP ledger, not going to be the only player in the game. But I love seeing these Ripple partnerships continuing to make moves. Boy, they just don't stop. So some great news there coming from SBI and the SIX exchange. Also wanted to mention this, guys. Expatriate Bangladeshis gain access to seamless cross-border money transfers with another Ripple company, TerraPay. So now they can experience the ease of sending money as Negad Limited, a leading mobile financial service provider in Bangladesh, joins forces with Ripple partner TerraPay, a global payments network, to revolutionize the landscape of cross-border remittances. This exciting collaboration marks a significant milestone for the region, offering Bangladeshi expatriates a swift, affordable, and secure means to remit their hard-earned money to their families back home. So specifically targeting the remittance market here, so they partnered with Ripple partner TerraPay to leverage its interoperability platform and vast network spanning 200 countries. So that is the beauty of RippleNet. Leveraging DLT technology here, you can service so many different clients across the world. TerraPay, renowned for its global presence, is registered and regulated in 29 international markets, serving as a pivotal partner to banks, mobile wallets, money transfer operators, merchants, and financial institutions worldwide. TerraPay contributes to the creation of a more extensive and inclusive international financial system. Furthermore, Visa's strategic equity investment in TerraPay enhances the digital cross-border commerce experience for customers and small to medium-sized businesses. So we also know Visa is Ripple enabled through the Earthport connection, and I did not remember that they had. There's so many partnerships; it's really hard to keep them straight just from memory. But they do also have an equity investment in TerraPay, which is interesting to note as well. So this collaboration will empower Negad to connect with TerraPay's network presence across the globe, ensuring 24/7 availability of services throughout the year. Trust Bank Limited, a reputable private bank in Bangladesh, played a pivotal role in facilitating the partnership between TerraPay and Negad, allowing Negad Limited to operate as a remittance service provider approved by the Bangladesh Bank. So big news there, guys, for Bangladeshis looking to send remittances back home through this new partnership, Ripple-enabled TerraPay and Negad Limited. More Ripple partner news here too, guys, with Nium. Nium has joined Fast and Pay Now to accelerate real-time payments. This also happening in Singapore, so a lot of Southeast Asia news with regards to Ripple-enabled partners recently. So Nium has joined Fast and Pay Now, a growing group of non-financial institutions participating in this initiative alongside 30 banks across the world. So Fast and Pay Now networks enable seamless and instantaneous SGD fund transfers between accounts, e-wallets held by both banks and financial institutions within Singapore. Through this direct integration with Fast and Pay Now, Nium is able to eliminate additional steps and parties in the payment process. Nium will now be able to provide virtual account numbers and Pay Now proxies to customers, as well as send and receive local SGD in customers' names. And here's a quote, guys. We've been hearing a lot about the Monetary Authority of Singapore lately. This is from Anupam Pahuja, Executive Vice President and General Manager of the Asian, Pacific, Middle East, and African region for Nium. He said, in line with the Monetary Authority of Singapore's vision, Nium is now a new NFI accessing the network to be able to offer cross-border real-time payments into Singapore. So huge news there. Another big piece of news for Ripple partner Nium. Guys, the future of finance is looking to be shaping up right before our eyes. It's growing. All these different players are, contributing their own little bit. And a lot of partnerships in the Southeast and in Asia specifically. So some great news there coming out today. We also got this from Caroline Pham, Commissioner Caroline Pham of the CFTC, coming out of the US. It's time to take action, guys. So she has proposed the first ever U.S. pilot program for digital assets and a regulatory sandbox to test, gather data, and examine innovation. This creates a safe framework for new technologies and market structures under existing regulations and protections. So Caroline Pham, she just came out with this. CoinDesk reporting on it. She has outlined a time-limited program to start allowing regulated crypto markets and tokenization, an approach she says has precedence. So what's going on here? This coming out of the CFTC, here's a quote, "I'm recommending a time-limited CFTC pilot program to support the development of compliant digital asset markets and tokenization," said Caroline Pham, who holds one of the Republican seats on the 5-person commission, in remarks prepared for a Cato Institute event on Thursday. After holding a roundtable to gather ideas, she said the agency should set up a program for a specific period of time that incorporates many of the components drawn from past pilot programs, including registration and eligibility requirements, financial resources and other conditions, risk management, products and contract terms, and other requirements, including disclosures and reporting. Now, yesterday I showed a clip of Chris Larson basically saying the SEC is enemy number one when it comes to crypto. Gary Gensler is just a power-hungry enemy. And now we have Caroline Pham from another agency, the CFTC, saying, no, okay, here's what we could do. There are ways that we can make this very, very accommodating for the crypto space. So we can give them a time-limited sandbox. We can say, look, play around here with what you do, and we'll see how that works. And, from there, I guess we'll assess what happens next. Pham, who leads the CFTC, Global Markets Advisory Committee, and established its subcommittee on digital assets, has suggested a number of crypto initiatives since she arrived on the commission. This was in conjunction with Hester Peirce. She did join a couple of roundtables too. As it mentions here, as a result, Commissioner Pham's overtures towards crypto innovation may remain on the CFTC's back burner as the industry continues to wait for Congress, though, to establish laws to govern the sector in the United States. So, unfortunately, it's still up to Congress. And I shouldn't say unfortunately. Fortunately, there are some good people there, but it is still a fight. Here's another quote. "Staying ahead of the curve requires being ready to look to the future and preparing to embrace change." And, from that clip yesterday, I guess I'll link that video up here if you guys didn't catch it. Chris Larson did say, look, San Francisco could have been the hub for cryptocurrency. And, unfortunately, today, San Francisco is deteriorating. The vacancies in office buildings is still at 30%, which is huge. One of three. That's basically 1 in 3. It's a third of office buildings are empty. It could have been 15% had, the U.S. been a little more favorable with regards to crypto laws. And so we need to make a change. All the crypto innovation is moving overseas, whether it's the Middle East or whether it's, Southeast Asia is a big region for that, as, we can probably just even see by some of these updates that I just brought to you guys earlier on. So things have to change. And so Commissioner Pham looking to make these changes. Subjective views also highlighting some of these points from Caroline D. Pham. I'm flipping between Caroline and Carolyn. I'm not sure how to pronounce her name. Nevertheless, I think you guys get it. So here's what she said in the keynote, and he did post a video down here. It is about 13 minutes long, so obviously I'm not going to play it, but the summary is this, okay? Caroline Pham emphasized the need to stay ahead of the curve in crypto regulation and competitiveness. So similar to what Chris Larson was saying in yesterday's video. She called for protective measures to ensure responsible innovation and economic growth. She also highlighted global efforts in diversifying and growing economies through technology. She advocated for the U.S. to take a strategic approach towards blockchain and digital assets. Obviously, too, that is what we need in terms of making the United States competitive in this space. She proposed the launch of the first ever U.S. pilot program for digital asset markets, which aims to provide a safe framework for emerging technologies and market structure. This is something else that some of these companies need. They need to feel like they're not going to be attacked by, the SEC, just as one example. Number 4, the commissioner also acknowledged the success of regulatory sandboxes in other jurisdictions. She explored key features of previous pilot programs, emphasizing their effectiveness in introducing and refining new initiatives. Caroline recommended a time-limited CFTC pilot program to support compliant digital asset markets and tokenization. So if you are compliant, you can, there must be a set of rules first that you have to, set of hoops that you have to jump through to prove that you're compliant before you can participate in the sandbox. But, that's all part and parcel to a new, asset class, a new ecosystem that is, going through the regulatory teething pains as we are seeing today. So this should aim to ensure market integrity and prevent fraud. Number 7, Ms. Pham called for a roundtable to engage stakeholders and gather insight for designing a successful pilot program. The focus intends to be for rules to be established for a specific period. Number 8, there was an emphasis placed on the importance of data-driven decisions in evaluating the pilot program's effectiveness. The goal is for a permanent change to the rules based on the gathered data. So looking to make these rules permanent eventually, and it's unfortunate because we're still trying to figure it out in the US. The rest of the world knows what they're doing, but in the US, alas, it still is a bit of a mystery. Lastly, Commissioner Pham's proposal strives to balance innovation and market protection. She encourages public input to drive informed and practical policy making. I think that this sounds very reasonable. Wanted to thank Subjective Views just for that summary. And, I'm curious to know what you guys think as well with regards to this. Put it down in the comments if you do have an opinion. So there is that. Also, I wanted to bring this up, guys, a bit of a correction from yesterday, and even I was a little skeptical of that article. Jay Hunter Anson has come out and said that the Palau Ripple story, Palau discontinuing the stablecoin, was incorrect. It is not accurate. So Palau is absolutely looking forward to continuing our partnership with Ripple using the XRP ledger to refine our stablecoin solution design. The Palau stablecoin was always a temporary research and development pilot. So if you guys remember yesterday, I did talk about this idea that Palau was ceasing to use the stablecoin that Ripple developed on the XRP ledger. So Jay Hunter Anson, the guy who allegedly said that that's what was going to happen, has now come out and said, no, that's not going to happen at all. Originally scheduled for 60 days, we've actually extended it another 30 days to test some additional use cases discovered along the way and allow more people to participate due to popular demand. We then need time to compile data and complete our report to government leadership. The report will include recommendations for the next pilot and also requirements for a full protection program. So that, guys, is the official update from Jay Hunter Anson, Digital Residency Office Director, FinTech Project Manager, Cybersecurity, Cybercrime, AML Compliance, and Palau's Minister of Finance. So just thought it was important to make that clear. Anyway, wanted to move along, guys. Cyprus Demanding Corp posting this. Ripple is a member of the Blockchain Association in Singapore, the MAS. So back to the MAS, we've been hearing, or rather getting a lot of updates that have to do with the MAS, Monetary Authority of Singapore, like for example, this new update with Asia Next, SBI and SIX. We know Ripple does have ties with the Monetary Authority of Singapore, but I did not know that they just had an exclusive closed roundtable discussion featuring the Chief FinTech Officer of the Monetary Authority of Singapore. So guys, here's a screen grab just denoting this. Blockchain Association of Singapore. This is from LinkedIn. I happen to check on it over here. So down here, they say we're excited to share the highlights from our recently concluded closed-door roundtable session with the Chief FinTech Officer of the MAS. In this exclusive gathering, we embarked on a deep dive into the intricate challenges currently at the forefront of the industry's landscape. Additionally, we collected feedback on the opportunities for the industry to do better and to work collectively to amplify these issues into the larger global community. And so you can get your voice heard if you want to email them here. And they tagged a whole bunch of companies here. Obviously, the companies that did participate. So KPMG, a big one. Coinbase was part of the group. And Ripple, guys, Ripple right down here, among other companies that are operating in the APAC region. So an interesting closed-door discussion. Here it is. It looks like they took some photos from this. I guess it wasn't so closed after all. They took some photos just to, I guess, promote that. Cyprus Dominicore here also noticing that WadsPay was also part of this discussion. So WadsPay and Ripple. Interesting. Things are changing, guys. The landscape is shaping up to look very friendly for tokenization, crypto assets. Another one here from Cyprus Dominicore on Twitter. Listen up. Our systems are outdated and we need to restructure them. This coming from Roy Ben-Hur, okay? He's from Deloitte. Now, here's what he said in this clip, guys. Listen up.
We've certainly seen significant disruption, you could call it, following FTX's failure and bankruptcy and the fallout from that. I think you could argue about whether this is a problem with the technology, the underlying technology, which I don't think it is, or just a failure of regulatory oversight and suspended disbelief from investors, I guess. But how has the FTX fallout impacted your work and changed any of your previous conceptions that you've had around the blockchain and crypto space and any of the conceptions of clients that you work with in the space?
So clearly, recent market events have disrupted the discussion we're having with a number of our clients, as well as internally in terms of the approach around it. But if I look at the underlying capabilities of what digital ledger technology, blockchain provided the industry, those discussions are not going to change, right? So we believe on the future of the disruption or the ability of the technology to transform existing banking and payments rails. We believe in the future of tokenization. We believe in the ability of those capabilities to, again, transform the industry. And if you've seen a number of recent industry papers coming from leaders in the industry, will be Larry Fink from BlackRock, who spoke about tokenization about a week ago, or David Salmon from Goldman Sachs, or Robin Vince from BNYM, all mentioning the fact that the underlying technology, and that's a discussion around it, is here and is going to help us really improve the underlying or the existing banking and payments rails that's been there for 20 or 30 years ago.
So, some great information there coming from Roy Ben-Hur. Yeah, that's his name. Roy Ben-Hur from Deloitte. They believe in tokenization. They believe in DLT technology. Of course they do. Deloitte did integrate with Ripple technology into Temenos T24, allowing for real-time international payments as early as 2016. So this article was from back then, and it does not sound like they have changed their mind since then. Let me also remind you, Deloitte is a partner of the World Economic Forum, has been for quite some time. And I mean, they're proud of it. They're not even trying to hide it. This coming from Deloitte's official website. They're a long-standing strategic partner of the World Economic Forum. Drawing on Deloitte's experiences and capabilities from across our network, we help the WEF address critical global challenges through our contributors to WEF communities, initiatives, and participation in events throughout the year, including the annual meeting at Davos. As a strategic partner, we work with a broad spectrum of global decision makers to develop frameworks, ideas, and approaches that address some of the world's most pressing and complex challenges. So payments, we also know the WEF has chosen XRP as one of those critical currencies to change the landscape. Roy Ben-Hur is saying, this technology is not changing. And I mean, Deloitte has been Ripple enabled through Temenos for at least 7 years now. So this is all sounding very positive to me. Even though the market is depressed, that's just my opinion though. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.